are live. Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Hope you all had a great holiday weekend. I'm glad I could be just a quick, break from all the family and friends and fun activity you guys have been having over the past few days. I've been watching obviously some YouTube content, and some of the things that make me feel good, some of them make me feel bad, and so I just think it's important for not me, but like everyone who talks at all about investing or collecting Pokemon to keep themselves accountable. So I thought that's what we could do today. And hopefully by me doing this, other creators will think about doing the same thing if they've ever talked highly of, certain things in this hobby or other hobbies, to kind of give a recap of how, some of their plays and their suggestions have been doing. And I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to show you some of the stuff. I tried to stay to like 6 months or more back, because anything in the past 6 months, it's just had no time to move. So anything from like 6 months, year and a half ago on my channel, I took some of the videos where I made, the top 5 or the top, 4 or whatever, best investments or the top plays, or I promoted a certain product. And I just thought we could go see how they did, and we can kind of get an idea of where they go from there. But the reason I made this video, and so I didn't want to put Danny Phantom in the thumbnail again and get blown up by the whole world again, but basically it was because of Danny Phantom's video, and it was where he talked about the XY cards. And if you're new to my channel, you might not remember this, but it was about 6, 7, 8 months ago where I really started to promote and talk highly of XY cards, and how a lot of them are very hard to find. They're almost impossible to find mint condition to grade in 9s and 10s on the market. 2 XY cards have very low pop reports. I mean, some of them are harder to find than gold stars, harder to find than shinings, than crystals, than first edition base, than a lot of those cards. They have much lower pop reports. And I lined this all out in a video, and I got a bunch of crap where people said, well, yeah, it's because no one wants to grade them. It's because no one likes XYs, because they're not even that hard to pull, and all this stuff came out. And I said, well, look, hey, what I do on my channel, I talk about what I'm doing, what I believe in. If you don't, it's fair game. Yeah, tell me you don't believe in it. Tell me I'm an idiot. Move on. And but I stuck with it. And here's the other thing about me. I don't just throw random BS out there that I wouldn't do myself or I don't do myself. I put my money where my mouth is on a lot of those XY cards. I was buying up, tons of XY PSA 9 base. I'm sure some of you watch this channel, I probably bought some from you. And I bought tons of PSA 9 XY cards and some Sun and Moon cards. And they perform very well. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll go ahead and get the screen share up. If you guys missed it and you don't, or maybe you don't watch Danny Phantom, here's his channel. Here's the video he released. It was called Insane Price Jump. These Pokemon cards exploded in 2023. And the whole video was really based off XY cards. And, obviously one of my favorite cards out there, the Silver Dialga, which my Silver Dialga just sold. I finally sold that card, the PSA 10. So happy about that this Black Friday weekend. Worked a really good deal on that. So I'm happy to see that. I think it went to a very, very, very large YouTuber that we all know and love, but I don't want to throw that out there because I'm not going to reveal who purchased it or, any of that. But yeah, it was pretty, when I saw who purchased it, I was just like, oh yeah, makes sense. Of course they can afford that. But he went through and outlined like Silver Dialga, the Mega Rayquaza from, is that Roaring Skies or is that Ancient Origins? It's one of the two. The Flash Fire stuff, both Flash Fire Charizards performing very well. The Mewtwo GX, which I've talked about in the past. You've heard me. Oh, here we go. But you've heard me talk about the Mewtwo GX. I was very, high on that card. All these, these Kyogre, right? Basically all the XY cards that I was promoting and getting absolute crapped on for about right back in here, right? About 6 months ago. And you can see how they performed. And so if you don't remember the video, here's my video. It was called Proof Modern Pokemon Cards Are Undervalued. Invest Now. It was 7 months ago. Just kind of show proof that, hey, I was ahead of this thing. I try to tell everyone on my channel. So I'm not always an idiot. But here I was showing Dialga how, it was such low pop in 9s and 10s. It was undervalued. I was talking about these full art Blastoise, and then there's that Kyogre card and that Groudon card that Danny brought up in his videos. I was talking about and I was comparing them to the pop reports of these crystals and stuff, and how they were just as low, just as hard to find. And basically I did that. And then, okay, never mind. But I actually made a follow-up video to that, also continuing to tell people, hey, here's the stuff I'm picking up. This stuff's already seeing massive gains. Like, you know, a lot of those cards I saw 100% plus gains on from 7 months ago. And they're still going to do well in the future, I think. I mean, I don't think it's over. I think the run's probably stagnating out and seeing some dips because it went up so high. But like I said, they're hard to find. They are sought after. They are awesome looking cards. And so it was really cool to that. But then what that had me do is started to think, well, Alex, let's go down the rabbit hole of your channel, right? Let's go look at, you know, how a lot of your stuff has been, because you can't just take the good ones and act like, you know, you're a genius. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So that's why I did this video. I wanted to kind of go back and look at a lot of the things I've said on this channel and how they've aged, how they performed. And it kind of keeps me accountable. So that way I continue to put in the time, the research, continue to, you know, read the charts, read the statistics, the analytics, and make sure what I'm putting out, what I'm telling, you know, you all that I'm doing and that I think are good plays are actually gonna, you know, perform well in the future in terms of, you know, obviously I can be wrong on anything, I can be right on anything, but that I'm actually putting forth the effort to make sure that I'm given the best possible scenarios and not just throwing random products on the screen just to put out a video, just to put out a top 5 whatever video for the week or whatever. So I'm going to get into that. Let me go ahead and see what's going on in the wild and crazy chat, and then we'll start on that. So David D's in here. Good afternoon. I love how the Discord is a bunch of grown incels constantly attacking each other. So John, if you're new to the Discord or maybe you've been there a while, the chat is pretty wild and crazy. A lot of the other, you know, like the investing talk or like the collection pickups or, you know, a lot of the other ones, the other, you know, channels, those usually stay pretty closely on topic. There's always people saying wild and crazy stuff in all of them, but I always say the chat is the one that gets the most wild and crazy. If you don't want to be involved in that, maybe go to one of the other channels. Let's see. I heard female Discords are the worst. Cannot confirm or deny that one. Sorry. Let's see. Let's go. Putting up Christmas lights. That's what I'm about to do this afternoon. I told my wife, hey, I'll jump on the live early. I'll knock it out, and then we can get the tree and all the decorations up later this afternoon. So trust me, I'm in the same boat, Bruce City. I hear you. I hear you. Ah, the old heavy bag. That's why it's important to always wear a jock to hold up the old heavy bag. I love it, Gengar. What's up, man? Dude, how you going live on football day? I'm good, dude. Give me a few. It's not going to be an all-day affair. I'm going to be quick today. I just wanted to throw something out. And I knew this was going to be way too much to fit in a video, because here's the thing with YouTube. I mean, I know like Rudy Alpha Investments can do it. Some other guys get good engagement. If I put out a 30, 40, 50-minute video, it usually doesn't do too great. So I usually try to keep those at like, you know, 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. Whenever I have like too much info, I like to put it in a live, because the lives usually do better than putting a 50-minute video out there. It's not live. So I don't know why that is. People just, I don't know, they see lives as almost like a podcast. You can just throw it on and listen, or maybe they like to engage with the chat or see what the chat was saying. I don't know why that is. Just, it's a weird thing with YouTube. Maybe I'm old school. I can't take anyone serious who wears a hat inside. Oh, man. Hey, that's good, though. I don't want anyone to take me too serious on this channel. So perfect. I'm going to keep the hat on. Don't take anything I say seriously. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Deep pocket monster buy it? Can neither confirm nor deny that one. That may or may not be true, though. I will say that. You shouldn't take anyone serious who wears a hat inside 24/7. Perfect. This is great. I know I wear a hoodie inside too. This is pretty. Don't take anything I say serious. All right, guys. So let's jump into this a little more. First off, now I got a few of you in here. Another live box breaks coming up Wednesday night. One of the Black Friday pickups I got was an Ultra Prism booster box. Ultra Prism. So we are opening up Ultra Prism, and we're also going to open up some Astral Radiance on the channel. Reason I picked those sets, obviously I can find them. Two, they got some great cards, and I don't know if anyone pays attention. Look at Ultra Prism. This is like a waifu dream. I mean, the Lily, the Liza, Cynthia, you got Lusamine, you got Mars, Gardenia. I mean, this is like a waifu dream. You even have some evolutions in there. You got the gold cards. I mean, this is just a great looking set to open. And so when I saw that, I looked at the cards in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. I mean, I think someone's going to pull that one of those waifus. So that's what we got Ultra Prism. And Astral Radiance, I know Misty, the Star Me V's getting a lot of hype lately. I know a lot of people like the Machamp. You got the Palkia and Dialga. I mean, I feel like for the price of these, you kind of get the most bang for your buck, before you get up in like the upper echelon, like the Evolving Skies and all that stuff. So that's why I chose the Astral Radiance as well, because it's got a lot of good stuff too. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Astral Radiance and Ultra Prism for the live box break. You can purchase packs starting now all the way up until, during the live on Wednesday. And as always, if you're a channel member, Nostalgianomics Fan Plus member, you do get 10% off the packs if you want to do that. And yeah, if anyone wants to pick those up, they are live on the website now. So let's get into some of the other videos. First up. All right, so let me delete some of this stuff. All right, get off of that. All right, that way, my tabs don't get overloaded, my internet doesn't crash on me. Okay. First up, I got to throw this one out just to screw with everyone. I was ahead on One Piece. You got to at least give me that. All right, this was 11 months ago. I made this video. I said, hey, just went up to my local card shop. The card shop manager was really telling me all about One Piece. This is going to be the next big thing. So I jumped in and made a video telling everyone else, hey, this is the next big thing. This IP is huge. Everyone's loving it. The play is crazy with it. You should probably consider adding this to your investments. And I talked about it. I said, hey, this is the first print. The first print's still out. The second wave has not yet hit. You need to get in now while first wave is still available before it gets watered down. So if you don't know, these boxes are selling between $800 and $1,000. Even the second print is up in the $400 to $500s now. So, you got to give me a little credit. You could have made hundreds and hundreds of % on that in the past year. So, but they're not all going to be these crazy wins, but I had to throw One Piece Romance Dawn. It's sitting right up there. Just to have some fun. Oh, by the way, let me get out the screen real quick. Another Black Friday pickup. You see it, right? You see the old Lorcanas. Had to get one of each of those for the old shelf. And oh yeah, this is the big one. Ready for this? I got the XY Premium Trainer Collection box. Guys, this box was at, so if you guys, maybe you might have shopped at them before, but it's actually a local car shop of mine. So I live right next to the collector store, and then about 30 minutes away from me is Yeti Gaming. Which Yeti Gaming's pretty big. You've probably heard of them. They're a pretty big seller. So Yeti Gaming had a 20% off on that box for Black Friday. They had it listed at $600, picked it up for $480. $480 for an XY Premium Trainers Collection. If you guys don't know about that, it's crazy here. This is kind of what comes in it. You get like just 2 booster packs and coins. I don't know why, but you get all these promo cards. And if you look up a lot of those promo cards, they do very well. I graded a Sean a 10. I got it listed really high, but they usually go for like $400 to $500 in a 10. So I mean, there's a lot of value in that Premium Trainers Collection. But getting back into this, all right, Black Friday stuff's out here. The box breaks are done. All right, the One Piece joke's over. One Piece is killing it. But anyway, all right, let's get into some of the other stuff I talked about. All right. So this was a video 6 months ago. All right, top 4 investments in May 2023. All right, so first up, I talked, and this is the play I made. All right, so the Towering Splash GX box. The reason I made this play, I showed everyone. I said, hey, this box, the card inside, the Magikarp Wailord, it sells for $100 in a PSA 9. In a 10, it's astronomical. But the reason I want to talk about this is I made this play. I bought these boxes. I broke it down. I graded the Magikarp Wailord. It got a 9. It recently just sold this week for $99.97, so $100. And the packs you get inside, I forget what exactly you get. It's like a Celestial Storm, a Steam Siege. It's it's X, Y, and Sun and Moon packs. And so the packs inside, just because they've risen in value, they're all worth like, $10, $20 a piece. The jumbo card's worth something. So really, you could have broke this down like I did, made a profit, which I did. Or you could have bought this, kept it sealed. It's doing pretty well. Here's some of the recent ones that have sold. This is Spain, but 135, 120, 136. There's 115.99. So it's been, realistically 6 months ago, you could have bought it, made, 20, 30% of your money. Not too bad. Or you could have broke it down and you could have, graded the card and made that. If you got the 10, hit the home run. If you got the 9, you still made money with the packs and everything. So that was the first thing. All right. So I feel pretty good about that. I feel good about recommending that product. Let's see what the next one I had was. Oh, this is good. Crown Zenith, I said, do not buy Crown Zenith at $600. I said, if you want to invest in Crown Zenith, buy these, buy the tins. And again, we had the massive reprint, so these haven't risen yet in the past 6 months. But if you'd have bought the ETBs back then, you got crushed. These are going for under $400 now. You would have lost half your money. The tins, though, they're holding up. All right? They're holding up. They're still going for $68. They still sell daily. So $68, if you multiply that by 2, right, that's $136, right? $136, okay? Could have bought it for $138. You're about even. Obviously, if you sold now, you eat shipping and fees and lose money. But you're about even on your investment still, and you didn't get crushed moving into ETB. So although you didn't make any money investing in these, I still feel good that I told people not to buy the ETB and buy those. So again, didn't make any money there, but not the worst advice in the world, right? All right. Next up, this is the worst advice in the world. Paldea eval. So let's give a little bit of backstory on this. This was right after base set had been released. This was right after Sword and Shield, where they just rose the MSRP. So a lot of people, including myself, were under the impression that, hey, now that MSRP has risen, there's going to be a higher price floor. Obviously, that didn't happen. I talked about these at 615. Now they're going for about 560, 570. So yeah, I still believe in these long term. It's been 6 months, but yeah, bad advice. You'd be down on your money. You'd be able to pick them up a lot cheaper now. I'll take it. I'll take the heat there. Blow me up in the chat right now. Blow me up. I messed up on that one. Here's another one I feel good about, though. Charizard UPC. I left links to this in the description. Right here. I left links. Could have bought it for $70. I tried. I tried to tell you guys. You could have bought it for $70. When was this? In May. And now, yeah, going for 100. They're selling for 100. And there's Yeti Gaming right there. How funny. Yeah, that's one of my local card shops. But there you go. Selling for $100. So 30% gain. 30% gain in, about 6 months. Not too bad. So overall, that video, Charizard UPC, Paldea, Crown Zenith, Towering Splash, not crazy stuff, but I still stand behind the information I put out in that video. And so, yeah, that's where we are in that one. So just keeping myself accountable to everyone. All right, next up. But again, if you would have stocked up on that one piece, you'd be way ahead. So, right, if you made it like a mutual fund and kind of bought everything I put in every video, the celebrations, UPCs, and everything, you'd probably be doing really well over the course of my whole channel. But here we go. All right, Arceus V-Figure Collection. In the video, it was $25. Now it's selling for about $42. So you're doing pretty well on those. Feel pretty good about that. And this was Ralph Pokemon Center. You could have bought this at full retail at the Pokemon Center and still made money. Brilliant Stars. You recommended this at $130 a box. Now, guys, have you looked at Brilliant Stars? It is booming. It's back in the 150s. Look, confirmed sale. Look at this. Lowest list on Brilliant Stars is 155 now. I just made a video like last week and it was in the 130s. People saw that and said, oh my gosh, this is way undervalued. This is way too good of a set. Already back in the 150s. So look in the video, 130, 150. I mean, not the best play in the world, but hey, you're still up on that. Now, you ready for this? Ready for this one? Left the link to prove it right here. You could have bought it. 170 Evolving Skies back in May 12th, 2022. So about a year and a half ago, could have bought Evolving Skies 170. Would have made, what, 150-ish% on your money or something like that? Not too shabby, but hey, again, I took the bad. You got to look at the good, too. I did talk about buying Evolving Skies. I left the links and everything at 170 a box. So there it is. And then here's one of the bad ones. I did talk about Shining Fates, which it's absolutely no movement. It was $47.95. Now they're selling for, here's the lowest listings, like $47 with shipping. So yeah, that's what it goes for. $47. Absolutely no movement on those. So, but think about the video though. Let's say you bought those, right? You bought Evolving Skies, you bought Brilliant Stars, and you brought the Arceus V-Figure. You're up pretty much. I mean, you're even on Shining Fates and everything else. You're up exponentially. I mean, I got to take a little pat on the back for that video, right? I think people are doing pretty well after watching that one. So, hey, not too bad here on Nostalgianomics. All right, next one up. This was back a year ago. Top 5 investments the market is missing. All right, first up was the Sun and Moon ETBs, and I also threw in, I believe, the Sword and Shield ETBs. They were all going for about $40, $41, $42, $43 back then. Sun and Moon ETBs now in the 60s. and Sword and Shield ETBs in the 60s. So you're 50, 60, 70% up on your money in just a year's time on these ETBs. Got to take a little credit for that one. I mean, they were undervalued. The reason I'll tell you why I mentioned those. The reason I pointed those out is at the time, the Sword and Shield and the Sun and Moon booster boxes were already selling for 200 plus a piece, and the ETBs hadn't moved. That hadn't moved at all. I'm like, well, guys, eventually the packs inside are going to be worth more than the cost of the ETB because the boxes are so high. This is probably time to move in. So it wasn't like an ETB investment play. It was hey, it's just undervalued for the stuff you get inside of it. And so that's why those played out pretty well over the last year. Okay, next up was, oh yeah, these are good ones. The Celebrations Collector's Chest. You could have bought a whole case of 9 for $250. That's about 20, what is that? Let me get my handy dandy phone calculator out real quick. I can't do that math in my head. 250 divided by 9. All right, $27.78. So $20, $27.78. Now they are $41.99. So there you go. What is that? About 40% gain or something like that. So about 40% up on those. And also if you sell them by the case, so you could have bought the case for $250. You don't even have to divvy them out or anything. The cases themselves are listed. See, lowest list is what, $400, and they don't show what they sold for, but I mean they sell pretty high. If I could find them on eBay, but yeah, so I think those are a pretty good play. Celebrate. I mean, even the booster packs inside, like I think the booster packs alone pay for the case, and you get promo cards and all kind of other stuff. So I still agree with myself, and I still like that play. Oh, here we go. This isn't even fair. Evolving Skies Battle Stadiums. I posted these. They were $50.42. Now they're going for $125. And yes, they do sell for that. So there you go. So that worked out pretty well. What else we got in here? The Fates Collide pre-release kits. These were on sale if you bought 4 or more for $33 back then. If you don't know, now Fates Collide booster packs are selling for like $12 a piece. It's what they sell for. $10 to $12 a piece. And so just the packs alone are $40+, right? And then you also get a promo card. Depending on and here's some of the recent sales on eBay, 48, 50, 40 something. Here's the thing people don't realize is the promo cards inside of those. If you get the Moltres, that Moltres sealed deck alone is worth like $20 plus, like $18 to $20 plus. And then some of the other decks are still worth like $10, $15. If you want to crack and grade them, they're even worth more if you get high grades. And so, $10, $15, $20 deck plus 4 packs, there's like $55, $60 in value. You could have bought them for $33 when I made this video. So yeah, I mean, this video, the top 5, I mean, Sun and Moon ETBs, Sword and Shield ETBs, you got the Collector's Chest, you got the Evolving Skies, and you got the Fates Collide. I think this video did pretty well. It aged well. So I'm just showing you guys. This is pretty much everything I was talking about. And what's this last one? Oh, this is the video. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like there's other ones farther back. Like celebrations, like UPC, all that type of stuff. Obviously, Pokemon Go, that was like a video just dedicated to Pokemon Go. It wasn't like a top 5 video. That's why I didn't have it. But yes, I was wrong on Pokemon Go. I recommended those. I believe I was buying cases for $450. Now they're going for like $350. So you're down on those. But I mean, honestly, when I look back at all these things, here's one more. Sorry, I forgot about this one. One more I had pulled up. This was top 3 best investments 7 months ago. Yeah, you remember these? When I got the packs inside wrong, but they were the tag team tins. They were selling for $190. Guess what? $250. Selling every day. They're going for $250 for those 3 sets of tins. You could have got them for $190. That's a 30% gain in 7 months. I talked about the Crown Zenith blisters. Okay, you could have bought the blisters, all 3 of them for $41.80. Now all 3 are going for $43.96. So even after the reprint, the crash of Crown Zenith, these actually held up. So I feel pretty good about that. I said, hey guys, don't buy the ETBs, buy the tins, buy these. I mean, they're holding up very well. So hey, you did pretty good buying those instead of the ETBs. And then the last thing in this video was, the Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's not doing well. But I did talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh Legendary Collection boxes. You could have bought a whole case for $460. You get 20 in the case. So what is that? About $23 a piece. Now they're selling for right there about $25. So no real growth. But again, it's a long-term nostalgia play. I still do believe in this product, but no, you wouldn't have been doing well. But still, that video, top 3 investments, okay, you're about even on that, little up. These, you're about even after a massive reprint, it held up and protected your money. And then tag team set, yeah, you're up 30% of your money on those. So again, guys, this is pretty much all of the videos I was making in the past, like, 6, 7, 8 months, and then back to like year and a half ago. That's kind of how you'd be doing listening to the Nostalgianomics videos. I mean, again, literally probably 80-90% of every single product I show, I actively buy myself and buy the same things and make the same plays and do the same stuff I tell you guys about. So that's one of the reasons I feel okay about everything I share, is it's something I'm actually doing and putting into practice. I'm not like trying to shill something just for the sake of a video or just trying to throw information out there. And then 2, guys, even if there's people out there that don't agree with me, right, that think I'm stupid, that, don't agree with modern investing, that think all this is BS. Look, at the end of the day, I feel good. Like, I believe in what I'm putting out there. I put in the research. I look at the analytics. I look at the past history of a lot of the same products. I look at the cards inside. I look at the consumer sentiment. When I put something out there, I put in the research. I don't just like grab random products and throw them out. I actually do the research, and everything I put out there, I 100% believe in. So, yeah, that's why I feel comfortable. I know a lot of people don't like the top 5, top 10 type videos, but that's why I feel comfortable when I put those kind of videos out, is because when I believe in it, the research backs it, and I make the plays myself. So, yeah, I mean, I think all in all, things for the channel have been up a total. I think if you would have bought one of every single item I've ever recommended since this channel started, I think you've had some pretty massive gains so far in this past year and a half, almost 2 years. And hopefully, it continues to be that way. If not, then I guess everything will go to crap, and I'll be the laughing stock of YouTube. But hey, it's all fun. It's all a great journey. But yeah, things have been going pretty good lately. So that's kind of me keeping myself accountable for the videos that I've been making in the past year to year and a half. And hey, maybe other YouTubers will do the same and continue to show, the stuff they used to say and how it's been doing. And it can be better for the whole community, right? So, yeah, it was cool seeing that Danny Fansub video, showing all those XY cards, because, man, if anyone was here with me for the past 9, 8, 7, 6 months, how much. I mean, Pokemon Gym Hero, I don't know if he's in the chat today or not, but, I'm friends with him. It's cool. We give each other shit, but he gave me so much shit for pumping XY, telling me like I'm shilling XY, like I just have major bags in XY, and I got tons of crap for it. Everyone telling me, Alex, just because you like it doesn't mean other people do, and people are going to lose money in XY, and this is your worst take ever. And it was really good to see like all those cars going up to the moon and having crazy gains, because I'm telling you, like the reason I believe in this stuff is the research backs it up. Like, the amount of people that enter the hobby during XY and Sun and Moon, the as low as the low availability of near mint to mint copies on the market, the low availability of PSA 9, PSA 10 copies of those cards. I just, the booster boxes and sealed product keeps rising in value. I still believe in those cards long term. So that's where we're at. What's everyone saying in the chat? Am I getting blown up? Am I getting blown up yet? What are people saying? What do we got? No Champions League game today. He's confused. Oh, okay. We're going back and forth with soccer and football and stuff. How funny. You guys were clothes inside. I know. I should just start doing these streams completely nude. No hat, no nothing, right? That's where we should get to, right? Let's see what else we got going. Mike is a lot better than previous lives. Okay. Guys, I don't know what to say anymore. Like I have probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people that usually watch my videos, and I get like 1, maybe 2 like negative comments on the sound every single video. Good. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I got a $100 mic. The only like way to go up from my Blue Yeti is really to like get off the USB mics and get an actual like condenser mic and get like an actual stream deck and all that. And I'm not really ready to go into all that. I'm not taking it that crazy path yet. But yeah, I mean, I listen to my own videos. I watch them. I hear my wife and my friends watch them sometimes. I'm like, hey guys, do you guys think it sounds bad? And everyone I talk to is like, no, it sounds fine. So I don't know. If I don't know, some people are just really crazy about their picture and their quality and their sound. And guys, if that's you, I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to be the best YouTuber for you. You might want to go find like some crazy high production, like Pokemon Classics. He's got like a crazy high production. He's a lot of, intense editing and has high quality video and mic equipment. And so I'm just not that guy. So look, I try my best. I do my best with the sound and visuals. If it's not up to your standards, I'm sorry. Like I can't. I used to try to tell people, hey, I'm working on it. I can honestly say I'm not really working on it right now. I'm pretty happy with how things are. I think I think it's good enough for most people. Sorry if it's not for you guys. Lorcana, those were 20% off as well. They had them listed at 220, so like 180, I think. It was actually a little under 180, like 176. I got them for 176 a box. So I'm not saying I got home runs. I only got one of each, just for like display purposes, just to have one of each. I didn't like buy positions in Lorcana or nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling everyone to go out and rush invest in the Lorcana product right now. Who knows? More reprints are coming. Who knows how that whole thing's gonna stabilize with the reprints coming? Like I don't know. If you put a 30-60-minute video, I watch. Don't let the small brain stop you. Okay. Good to know. Thank you, man. OP does just keep getting better, man. Just keeps getting better and better. I mean, even the Paramount War is up to like what, $300 a box? It's crazy. Those were like $130 boxes. Just like less than, a few, 6 months ago or something stupid? It's crazy. OP5's on the way. Nope, I FOMO. I still haven't. I know, keep giving me crap. I still haven't got any. My friend told me this is a great channel for learning Pokemon investing. I mean, depends on who you ask, right? If you ask me, I would say, but a lot of people out there would probably tell you, no, stay away from Nostalgianomics. He's awful. Hey, now that we got 87 people in here, I want to give a shout out to David Persons. All right, David, I know they gave me crap in the last podcast on DJ Gigabyte's channel because I didn't give David the credit he deserved for being half partners in that podcast. And I didn't shout him out. So, hey, check out David Persons' Instagram. Make sure to reach out to him. Tell him, hey, Nostalgianomics sent me, wanted me to reach out and say you're doing a great job on the podcast and they have a great collection. All of you, go do that on Instagram right now, just so he knows I'm sending people his way. And also check out his YouTube channel. I want to make sure to give him some credit because I know I gave DJ Gigabyte a lot of credit for the podcast and the videos and stuff. But yeah, I hope I talked with him. I'm going to be on there at some point in the future whenever they make some time. Guys, if you haven't been checking them out, make sure to check out their podcast. It's on DJ Gigabyte's channel. It's nice to hear refreshing, free thought and free talk and free speech, and not like worried about who you're going to offend and worried about like, well, what about this group of people? What do they think? What's this person? Whose group is that in? Or whose clique is that? Like it's all just too much in this community nowadays. And so it's really refreshing to hear just some unfiltered Pokemon talk, giving real opinions, not having to stay on a certain side because you're friends with this person or that person. So make sure to check them out and make sure to go give Uncle Dave. Like, hey, Uncle Dave, Alex Nostalgianomics sent me. He said to reach out and say hi. You're doing a great job. You got a great collection. Everyone go send that message to him on Instagram or on his YouTube channel. I think he'll appreciate that. Do you think Sword and Shield booster box under 105 is a great price entry? People hate Silver Tempest. I feel like it's a sleeper set that could surge in price. Yeah, I 100% believe it. Here's the thing, guys. Let's do this right now. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention lately. Even since my last video, stuff has been skyrocketing. All right, so let's go look at. Let's start out with Brilliant. I already showed Brilliant Stars, right? So you already saw that. I'll show you one more time. But Brilliant Stars, literally, I made this video like a week ago, I think. Let's go look back. Yeah, a week. These were over 100 days. Here you go. Literally, 11-17. Let's go back a little farther. 135, 130, 11, 2 weeks ago. Sorry. So week 2 weeks ago, 135 a box. 155 just sold. Right here, another one. 155 just sold yesterday. All right. 155, lowest one in the market. It's like a 10% rise in a week or two. These are going up. All right. Let's look at Astral Radiance. Have you looked at Astral Radiance? Seen that? Just made a video about it. Sorry, the video's already out of date. The video's already out of date. And this is what I'm saying. This is how fast these markets can rise. There's not as much supply as people act like. So let's look at this. A few days ago, not even a week ago, $125, $115, $120 a booster box. Now, $140, recent sale, lowest listed, $129 plus 10 shipping, $140 booster box. Astral Radiance, it's going to $150 with the rest of them. Let's chill Chilling Reign, right? We always got to do that. Nostalgianomics live stream, we got to chill Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike every single time. You know the deal. Chilling Reign, it's on the way to $160, $160. It's on the way, baby. It's almost $160 booster box, right? Fusion Strike. Look at Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike, almost $160 booster box. Here's all the confirmed sales. These are loose packs. 158, 9078. All right. Oh, these are all loose packs, Japanese, whatever it may be. Lowest one on the market, 159. This is happening before our eyes. All right. Silver Tempest, Lost Origin. Yes, they're going to recover just like all these other ones. All these other ones had reprints. Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign were down in the 80s. Brilliant Stars got knocked down in like the 110s, 120s. Astral Radiance was like in the hundreds, 110s. I mean, all of these got hit with reprints. All of them recovered, okay? There's not a world where Silver Tempest and Lost Origin don't recover, in my opinion. If you're asking me, right, what booster boxes should I be investing in? There's arguments to be made for some X, Y, and Sun and Moon stuff still, but I'd be waiting a Scarlet and Violet. I'd be buying up Sword and Shield alt art sets, right? Now, I don't know if I'd go back to the base and the Rebel and the Vivid and the Darkness, really. Battle Styles, maybe the one alt art I'd probably maybe leave out. You can get a position if you want, it's still low. But all the other ones, that's where I'd be putting my money. And by the way, I have, what is it, maybe 2 to 3 months ago now, I put $10,000, just over $10,000 into more Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, and Lost Origin, and Astral Radiance. But more of all of it, more than what I already had. So yes, that's where I still believe in. That's where I still put my money. I think the Sword and Shield alt art boxes are going to continue to perform massively well into the future in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Like I said, I've said it before. In 1 to 2 years, I personally believe all of the Sword and Shield alt art boxes, maybe besides Battle Styles, are going to be $200 plus boxes. Just my opinion. Will it be right or wrong? No one knows, but that's as strong as I feel about these. So that's where we are. You were predicting Evolving Skies booster boxes at $500 at the end of 2023 a few months ago. I was. Hey, we're close. It's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over, Lodemir. I was saying that when they were still in the, 300s or something, 200s maybe? Probably 300s. But yeah, it's not over till it's over. They're at 445-ish, 440. We got about a month left. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I was close, right? I was close. Telling you guys, once you do this long enough, I've been doing this 8 years, you really begin to see trends. You can almost see things before they happen a lot of the time. You can see when popularity is surging into an item. You can see when things are about to pop off. You can kind of almost feel the market sentiment. It's weird. It's weird, but when you do it long enough, you start to get those kind of like those feelings inside. I'm telling you, you can't put like an actual like number. You can't put an actual like specific physical, attribute to it. But you can almost like just kind of feel when things are buys or things are not. I don't know how to explain it, right? I don't even know how to explain it, but it is a thing. You can kind of get senses of the market when you're in the market for a long period of time. Trial, red alert. Hey man, I did my job. I pumped Fusion, I pumped Chilling. What more do you want from me? I'm 25 to 30% off on everything I bought 6 months ago. Awesome to hear, man. I love hearing that stuff. How do you feel about Japanese classic collection? So, John, I'm not a Japanese guy. I don't tell anyone not to invest in Japanese. I'm not against it in any way, shape, or form. Personally, I don't enjoy Japanese. I don't understand that market as deeply. I don't like the way, like having to buy, always secondhand from all these different people and never know if it's a legitimate product or resealed or all that. And also, like, I just think there's enough plays in English. I don't, if I had an unlimited amount of money, maybe I'd move into Japanese. But right now, I like English more. I like One Piece more. I like some other things, other places I can put my money besides Japanese stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. I think English, this is my opinion. All right. I'm not, guys, don't take this out of context. I'm not against any of my Japanese collectors and investors. This is my personal opinion. I can always be wrong. I think the tides are going to turn. I think the pendulum is going to shift back to English in the coming couple of years. I think Japanese had its big run. I think it's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be. I think it's always going to be up there with English. I just think we're running into a time where English is going to start being the higher seller again and the highest sought after and see the more liquidity. I just think English is going to, swing back to ahead of Japanese in the coming years. That's my opinion. I appreciate that, Mike. I know every video I get at least one or two people saying the sound's off or sound doesn't seem right. I mean, I don't know what to do anymore. I've messed with it enough. I'm not a sound engineer. I'm not a video producer. I do the best I can with what I got, and so I gave up trying to make it better. I feel like it's pretty good. Aren't prices inflated because TCG Player had a promotion for TCG Store credit? Aren't they inflated? So the whole TCG Player is inflated? I mean, we can look at eBay. eBay didn't run a promotion. Like a lot of these same boxes are selling on eBay for around the same prices. So that means it would like inflated the whole market and then like across everywhere? I mean, the reason I don't believe that is TCG Player a lot of the time sells higher than other places. Like people will always say, Alex, I found this box on TikTok for cheaper. Alex, this random independent LGS website has them for this, or I found them on Safari Zone for this. Look, I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy these at TCG Player prices. What I'm saying is this is what you can actively sell your investments for, right? Yeah, when you're shopping, go out and shop, okay? The general public, the millions and millions of people that buy Pokemon, they're still going to mostly buy on eBay and TCG Player. They're not going to shop around. So that doesn't, just because you can find them cheaper somewhere else, it doesn't delegitimize the fact that this is what they're actually selling for on the current market. So are they inflated because of the coupons? I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, we can do this forever, right? Everything's always inflated for some reason. Are they inflated for Black Friday? Are they inflated because of this deal or that coupon or this thing? Or are they inflated because of this YouTuber talked about it? Or are we still seeing the effects from the boom? Like, I don't play that game, right? The market price is the market price. If it swings down, then that's the new market price. I don't try to, I don't try to justify or figure out reasons why prices are what they are, right? I mean, you can always speculate and say this is why. Like everyone always wants to speculate and say, well, the reason Pokemon is doing good is because of the boom or the pandemic or Logan Paul or because Evolutions went big because the Pokemon Go game or it's 151 or it's celebrations. That's what's bringing people back. Everything's going to crash after that or I hate playing all those games, right? The prices are what the prices are at any given time, and that's all we can do. We can all have our opinions on why prices are what they are, but that's what they are. Everyone was buying on TCG Player on Black Friday for the promotion. That's going to cause a surge in price. We'll see how it looks in a month. Yeah, we can always see how it looks later. Like I said, I just hate playing that game. Everyone wants to play that game. Like, the only reason X is what it is because of Y. It's just like, guys, you can play that game so you're blue in the face. It's just, you can't ever find an exact reason for every price rise and every price drop in the history of every hobby and market. It's crazy. Let's see. You're right. Chilling pushing 160. It goes love grabbing a bunch of those at 75 before. It is crazy to see, isn't it? And that's like where that whole MSRP thing comes in. It's just like, I just strongly hate. I mean, I am like, guys, if there's one thing I hate MSRP talk. It is the dumbest thing to talk about MSRP when it comes to purchasing Pokemon products. Every booster box ever released in Pokemon in the past 8 years has been released under MSRP at retail, right? Retail card shop, the retail stores on eBay, on TCG Player. The retail market has never been MSRP. We know what MSRP is. It's $166 or something like that, $160. It was $145. It would never cost that. And so it's like, that's I made videos, or I should have showed those videos and made me look even better than I already did. I recommended Fusion Strike Battle Styles and Chilling Reign at $80 a box, $79 a box. I left links to the sellers. So you could have bought all those a year or so ago for $80. You'd be 100% up on your money, but if you look at MSRP, it's like, oh, you didn't make any money yet. It's like the MSRP thing is the weirdest. It's the weirdest discussion in this hobby that people take MSRP on the Pokemon product. It's never been sold at that. Even card shops don't list it at that. I don't know what to tell you. If you're taking MSRP to try and compare investments, you're doing something wrong. And if you're buying at MSRP, trying to invest in this stuff, you're not going to do very well. Don't buy at MSRP. Jeff, just getting back in after 20 years. Oh, man, Jeff, you're going to have a blast. I remember when I got back in 2015, man, I was out for about, 14, 15 years. Oh, man, it's information overload. You want to buy and collect everything. You're not going to have enough dollars in your wallet to get everything you want, I'm sure. But, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, like I said in my last video. Baby steps, man. Little by little, find the deals, be smart about when you're moving into stuff, and you can build a really good collection if you do it right. So I hope you have a great time being back, man. It's a great hobby to be a part of. Oh, Rudy, did Rudy actually say 200 by the end of the year? I've said by the like 1 to 2 years. So I'm thinking like 2024, 25. I'm thinking they'll all be $200 by then after Scarlet Violet era is kind of getting to the end. All this stock is getting flushed out. And you see how fast things can move because surprise, surprise, there's not as much stock as people act like. There's not airplane hangars and warehouses full and everyone's got a storage unit. I love that. Like, I love the rhetoric that, oh, everyone's got storage units. Everyone's got mountains of these in their basement. Because guys, every regular, American can afford to put, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars into Pokemon product. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know more than they have in their savings or 401k or equity in their home, they're able to put more than that into Pokemon product. And they're all doing it. Right? Everyone's doing it. But yeah, I would say $200. I'm thinking like most of them. Maybe Battle Styles doesn't get there. Maybe Silver Tempest, because of how low it got, doesn't get there. I would think pretty much all the other ones will get there. Silver Tempest will probably get there. I would say, if anything, Battle Styles might be the only one that doesn't make it there in the year to two. My opinion. Hey, Alex, I know you're not into grading. Oh, I'm into grading. Don't get me wrong. I'm buying and selling a lot. Guys, you want to see? Like, I've been hard at this. So I'll go ahead and share this with you. This is my eBay. Let me hold this up to the camera. This is like I would say like 99% all graded cards. So this is like my 90-day. And guys, remember, I haven't been doing this very long. I just got started, right? I just started taking this serious as a business. Here's my eBay so far. Okay? So we're at about almost 25. And remember, because of, I have an online personality, so I have a lot of people reach out on Instagram or Discord, and I make a lot of PayPal Venmo deals. So realistically, that's actually probably over 30,000 altogether with everything I've sold. So I'm moving like $10,000 in cards a month of graded cards right now. So no, I'm pretty deep in the grading. I got an order coming back this week. I have 3 more orders at PSA right now. So no, man, I'm into the grading. But I wanted to get your take on full art mega EXs from XY. I've been picking them up at 10s, where most have a pop around 200 to 500 compared to modern pops. Love it. I don't know how long you've been following Pokebondo. I made a video. I showed you the video, the XY. I made a follow-up video to that. It was titled like, you can make money investing in PSA cards. And I showed all the XY PSA 9s and 10s I bought back earlier at the beginning of this year. And then I've actually showed sales data of all the ones I've been selling now. And some of them were like 30, 40, 50, up to 100% gains in months. And I think that was because, one, the market got it wrong. They didn't see it. People were they were too focused on tag teams. They were too focused on alt arts. Everyone was missing XY, and everyone started to see it. I don't think it's over though. I think we might see some stagnant. We might see some of the things drop a little bit because they rose so drastically. But no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I still see all those cards doing well. The reason is, right, There's a catalyst for it. Everyone that got into Pokemon before the Logan Paul pandemic boom got in at Evolutions and Pokemon Go, the video game, 2016, right in the middle to end of XY. So people like me have a sort of nostalgia for XY. That's why XY, Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield, that's when the most amount of people entered this hobby again before 1999. That's why I believe in those. People say, well, Alex, why don't you believe as much in like all the middle era set steel product and those cards? Because the hobby it was near dead, right? There was no one in it really. It didn't blow up again until XY, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. So that's where the attention was. That's where people are going to have memories and want to come back and collect the things and invest in the things that they couldn't afford or they forgot about during the time of. Like you, me, I'm still going back and buying XY and Sun and Moon stuff. And so, yes, I 100% believe in XY still. I think they're going to continue to perform well. There's just not a lot to go around, and I think there's enough interest there. Look, I talked about it before. Godly Shad, I know you're in here, man. I've never said, I know you think I said it. I never said pop reports don't matter. I said pop reports are not the end all be all. You can't just look at pop reports and think, okay, it's got a low pop. It's only 100 available. This is 100% going to go up. No, it has to do with the popularity of the species, the popularity of the era and the card in general, how much attention, how much demand is going to be there. I think that XY's low pop reports mixed with the enough demand. I think there's going to be enough demand. I don't think XY is going to have the same love as like Tag Team X, Hidden Fates era or like Sword and Shield, Alt Art era is ever going to have. But I think there were enough people that got in with me back in the XY timeframe, Pokemon Go, the game, Evolutions, Generations. I think there's enough demand there that because the pop reports are low enough in the 1, 2, 300s up to like even 800, 900, 1,000. I think that's still low enough for enough interest to propel those cards forward in the future. So yeah, I know that was a long answer, but I wanted to really dive into that because I'm an XY believer. I think you're right about Japanese. I think the money flippers, the waifu pump, the money dry. Yeah, I mean, it's just like English did, right? It's just like any hobby. Like the pump basically go up. Now, here's the thing with Japanese. It's not Korean and it's not Chinese, right? It's not going to see a pump and dump, okay? Which I believe is going to happen with those. It's going to see a pump and cool off. When I mean by cool off, it's not going to dump down to the old lows. It's going to set higher lows. It's going to remain fine in the future. We're probably going to still see growth. Japanese is the original language. Japanese is always going to do well. I just think English is still going to get the majority of the attention, right? Here, think about this. Why'd they change the Japanese backs to English, to Pokemon in English? Why isn't it Pocket Monsters? Why doesn't it, I mean, like, Japan knows a big reason why Pokemon got as big as it did is because of America. It's because of the English cards, right? I get it was first in Japanese, but the boom in America, the boom of the US TV, the show, like that accounted for a big portion of why Pokemon is what it is today. And to discount that just by saying, well, Japanese is the original language, that's what people are going to want to collect. I don't know about that because the majority of the world speaks English. There's a lot of countries that don't, that Japanese is going to be closer, or, the Asian countries are going to want the Asian style languages maybe, but I still think English is the most widely available language, the most widely sought after language in these cards. Just my opinion. I think it's going to do well. The booster boxes are cheaper on eBay. It depends on the box. It depends on the set, depends on the box. You can find some boxes on TCG Player that are less, some on eBay that are more. That's why I always say, okay, if you're a buyer, shop around. If you're a seller, shop around, right? If you're a seller, you want to list where you can get the most money. If you're a buyer, you want to buy when you get the cheapest money. Don't ever just buy and sell on one platform. So yeah, absolutely. You have to decide which ones. Godly Shad, he's one of the market bears. If you guys didn't know, he's very bearish on Modern. And I will have you on the channel eventually, man. We can talk about stuff because I know you wanna get on. I'll have you on in the future, man. Do you think paying MSRP for Fusion Strike is too much if you missed out on it cheaper? Well, it depends on what your goals are. I mean, I just told you I think it's going to be an over $200 box. If MSRP is 144, 145, I mean, is that a good enough gain for you? If you share the sentiment that I do, right? If you think in 1 to 2 years, like I do, Fusion Strike is going to be a $200 plus box, and you can buy it for $145 right now. What is that? Like a 30 to 40% gain in 1 to 2 years? If you believe, if that's your consensus, that sounds like a good deal to me, making 20 to 30% a year. But if you don't believe that, which some people don't, and it might not happen, then maybe it's not a good play. You see what I'm saying? It really comes down to your outlook on where the market's going to be. Because here's the thing. Sure, you can get a Scarlet Violet base, Paldea, Obsidian, Paradox Rift box at like this low 90s or 80s right now. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a better investment though than a $130, $140 box in the next year or two. It doesn't mean that, right? So you just don't know. Like, it's all timing. It's all about, what you see things happening in the future. Godly Shad, man, I get it. You can find stuff cheaper on eBay. I know, I go through this people all the time. You can probably find stuff cheaper with TikTok coupons. You can probably find stuff cheaper on the Safari Zone. You can find stuff cheaper everywhere. I get it, man. I'm not saying you can't find boxes cheaper than the TCG player prices. I get it, all right? But that doesn't take away from the fact these are very real sales that are being bought daily. Like, I don't know why I got to constantly do this. Shout out Nostalgianomics. Been watching since day one when you were talking about modern versus vintage, went against the grain back then, and look at us now. Congrats on the success. I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it's amazing because people now, finding the channel now, they don't get it. Like, no one gets it. You don't understand where the community was back then. The channels that were like, I guess, like, that were getting the garnishing all the views and all the attention and like the sentiment around the community. Guys, it was still put all your money back into tried and true vintage stuff. That's what's going to hold the value. Modern's overprinted. It's all hyped up. It's a bubble. It's going to burst. And we continue to see that narrative play out. And they were all 100% wrong. 100% wrong. And now people are getting the hobby. They're like, well, Alex, obviously Modern Steel's a good investment. Why do you always say that in your videos? It's getting old. Like, everyone already knows that. No, everyone did not already know that. It seems like that now because, the battles, the wars have been kind of won at this point. But when I started, just trust me, I was in the trenches, and everyone like you, right? Everyone like Andy has been here since the beginning. They know I was in the trenches. I was going on, podcasting with people, and I'm getting trashed for my views on Modern Steel. Trashed for it. Their comments, their chats were trashing me. And I stuck to it because I knew this was going to be this way. And yeah, it's great. It's great to see it all play out. But also, it's funny how everyone just takes it for granted now that, oh yeah, of course Modern Steel investing is a good idea. It's like, man, if you'd have been around 2 years ago in this hobby, that was not the case. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, Nigel, what's up, man? Catch a live after the United game. Which is yours or your favorite Pokemon game today, back in the day? Keep up the content, man. I talked about it before. I'm a Crystal lover. I like Crystal. Crystal was awesome. You got to play like the new and the Kanto region, on it. You got to, go chase the legendary dogs. It was like the best of both worlds. It was a long game. I really liked Crystal. Totodile. You got to start with Totodile, though. All right. I think, honestly, these Black Friday deals, we will not see prices anywhere near as low as they are. So, personally, I'm draining the bank for TikTok deals. I mean, guys, I tried telling people, like, I eventually gave up because the whole Black Friday thing was so blown out of proportion. Everyone, I mean, not just my channel, everywhere you looked, I'm not buying anything, guys. I'm saving all my money for Black Friday. No, don't buy. Wait for Black Friday. Wait for Black Friday. We waited for Black Friday. There were some deals, right? But I told you, a lot of the TikTok deals you've been seeing were better. And some of like the flash sales on some of the private LGS websites, like $75 and $80 a box. Those were some of the best deals. They already passed, right? I'm just happy. I'm going to be so happy after tomorrow. After Cyber Monday, I'm going to be so happy when all the BS is over and people can stop saying, oh, everyone's saving their money for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Guess what? It's going to be over. Back to the regular market talk, all right? Back to regular, buy, sell, trade. It's just like, oh, I was so sick of hearing Black Friday everywhere I went. Black Friday isn't what it used to be. All right. It's not the end all be all deal day. Yeah, I know. Exactly. No shops. I've never walked in a card shop and seen a box listed at $145 or $160 at release, right? Maybe now, I'm sure you could walk in a shop now and they'll have Fusion Strike at 145, but no one, I mean, my card shop right now, they have Scarlet Violet base at $80. They have Paldea at, I believe, 87. Obsidian Flames is at like 97. They have, I was just up there. That's why I was just up there the other day. They have Paradox Rift at, I believe, 95 or 90. And they have 151 at 50 and $90 for the UPCs, 50 for the ETB. No one's listing stuff at MSR freaking P. All right. And every release, no TCG player seller, no eBay seller, no one on the market ever listed MSRP. It's just this random number Pokemon puts out and lists on the Pokemon Center, and it's a metric that you can use to try to downplay the success of Pokemon investing. That's all it is, right? Because no one investing in this stuff is actually buying at that. That's just why I hate it so much. I hate it. I know my opinion's showing. I get it. That's fine. I just hate the MSRP. The TCG player sale argument is so weak. There's a ton of product and singles evaporating from the market. No reprints for most sets. I'm getting 18% money back due to loyalty. Easy money. What are you talking about? My argument or Godly Shad's? Can you Shipley, can you let me know in the comments what you were talking about? I think the market might pump now that Black Friday is over because people have no reason to wait. 100%, I'm on board. I 100% think so. I think I'm one of the few people that I think 2024 is actually going to be a bullish year. I just said it. I mean, I think everyone was like waiting for all this doom and gloom to happen. And I think people are finally fed up and they're like, you know what? It's not happening, right? We're not going to get into world war with China and Russia. You know, the world war is not going to happen. There's battles and there's wars going on. There's tragedy happening. I'm not taking away from that, but again, when you look at numbers, you have to look at the world population as a whole. I think as a whole, things are holding together pretty well. People are still buying, like the real estate market. Houses around me, at least in freaking St. Louis, Missouri, go on the market and sell in a day at higher price than they've ever sold at. I have cousins in the car business. Car business is still going strong. You'll see stuff on TikTok. You'll see stuff on YouTube say the car business is crashing. Everything's bad. They're telling me everything's going great at their stores. Don't know what to tell you there. I mean, it's like the Pokemon thing. Everyone was all saving all their money for Black Friday. Guess what? Black Friday's here and gone. Now what? Now all this money's sitting around. I better start buying. Things are still moving up. I guess they're not going to crash. I mean, I just think things got blown out of proportion about how negative things are. We're seeing like highs reached in the S&P and stuff and on the stock market. You know, companies are coming out with like crazy good earnings. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I think things are better than what the media's putting out there, like always. And I think we're going to continue to see money pour in this hobby and continue to do well. I mean, look at this. If things were so bad and no one had any money, why is One Piece $800? Why is One Piece $300? Why is Lorcana continue to sell like crazy? Why? Why is that? There's no money to be spent on collectibles. I think people got just over exuberant about the whole, everything's going to zero, the crash, everything was up too high, it was artificial. It's like, no, it wasn't. People still like this stuff. People actually like Pokemon. It's crazy. We're not all investors. Not everyone's putting this stuff away sealed. David, Alex, enjoy the content. Last break you did. Do you have any recommendations on where to buy sealed product? Just bought 3 cases of Paradox Rift, under $100 a box for the weekend. Any recommendations? No, man, not like off the top of my head. It's just shopping around, right? It's anytime you see a site run a deal, it's really low. Bookmark that site, right? Bookmark it and just check back every few days, right? Like Safari Zone's one that has crazy deals. Like bookmark them, sign up. They have like email alerts. Sign up for those. Check back daily on like eBay and stuff. You'll have stores blowing them out. It's really just checking around. If you're a TikTok person, if you're on TikTok, you can check the TikTok shops. They have coupons always. It's really just being kind of right place, right time, checking around, checking for deals. I can't give you like an exact one place to always go to find the deals. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Mike, I mean, I've talked with my like friends of mine in the hobby. I still don't get it. I'll never get it. I I can't get the number straight in my head how it ever makes sense to pay storage fees on your sealed product. Because here's the thing. When the product does go stagnant for a whole year, you just paid storage fees every month of the year. And if it's a big storage unit, what are you paying? $100, $200 a month, $300 a month? I mean, you would have to make such exponential gains on that product to make up just for the storage fees. Then you got selling fees. Then you got shipping. I don't get, I'm out. I don't understand the whole storage unit thing. I've never been a storage unit guy. I keep my stuff at home. I don't get it. And I don't even understand the like bank's safety deposit box thing. Like that's an extra charge. Like I don't understand it. Like I still think you'd be safer just getting a freaking nice safe and concreting it into your house if you want to, if you're that worried, that paranoid about stuff. Concrete a fireproof, waterproof safe into your house and store all your stuff at your house. It's going to pay off more than paying a monthly fee on a security deposit box or a storage unit. Or I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I'm just out of the loop on that whole deal. I know a fair amount of people who buy sealed, and the common theme with all of them is they crack and open months later just to be better than them. People do not have patience or self-control. Just remember that. Hey, Navee's with me. Sword and Chill era going to a big bull run 2024. 2 years old. Chilling Rain Fusion Strike supply shrinking crazy. XY Sun and Moon supply shrink when the new era hit second half finish. Absolutely, man. I mean, here, you know what I love about this? This is going to be great. This is why I'm so happy. And I'm praying that Logan Paul or other celebrities, I hope the whole world doesn't have another pandemic. I hope nothing happens. I hope nothing happens for the next 2 years and all this stuff rises. And that way we can put a rest. We can finally put the big RIP headstone in the whole, it only rose because of the pandemic. It only rose because of Logan Paul. It only rose because of Evolutions or Pokemon Go. It only rose because of celebrations. Like, I hope for the next 2-3 years, nothing happens and everything continues to just play out like markets normally do. And then people can finally put to rest making an excuse for every time the market goes up. It's so tiring just arguing with that with people. Yeah, it's going to be nice to see all these things continue to rise with no catalysts, nothing. It just keeps going up. You see it daily. You're watching it happen before your eyes with absolutely no hype, no bubble, no boom. So it's truly a sight to see, isn't it? Pokebondo, been following for a few years. I watch a good amount of content and I get around to catching up on YouTube viewing. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you. Russell's with them. I was thinking the same thing. Man, we do have some more bulls in here. Okay. More people bullish on 2024. I like it. It's definitely not the accepted sentiment around this YouTube-y space these days. Don showed up. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, Don. Always shows up and gifts memberships. Don is truly a man of the people. Oh, you're working today, man? On Sunday, on Thanksgiving weekend? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope work isn't too bad. Oh, PokeNE? What are we talking about PokeNE for? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Guys, I have PokeNE's link. If you use my link in the description of this video, you get a free booster pack with every single purchase you make. No, Brian's a great guy. He's got a great channel. It's been blowing up recently because he's just got a huge business. He's able to leverage that for the views, which is great because Brian knows a lot. Ships everything very well protected. He ships out quick. You know you're getting 100% legitimate, authentic product. Absolutely shop PokeNE. Here, let me see. I got the link. It's like right at the top of the description, basically. Here you go. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat right now. There's PokeNE's website right there, guys. But absolutely, guys. And Brian, I mean, 100%, it's a good place. Again, just like everything else, not going to always be the cheapest prices, right? They'll be cheaper. But here's the thing. Even if it's close and you know you're getting a trusted person who's going to ship it, not like, you know, he's going to double box your cases. He's going to ship everything well protected. You know it's a legitimate product. I mean, if it's a couple dollars more, is it worth it going somewhere else? Like, you get a free pack if you purchase through the link. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, always make sure to check out Brian. He runs specials. He runs deals. You can find good deals there a lot of the time. Appreciate it, Jeff. Thanks, man. I think a lot of collectors haven't had a chance to hold XY full arts in person. Plus, people loved megas than they first. Yeah, I mean, I still think that XY is underloved, undervalued. I think it's continued to perform well in the future. Like, I get the cards themselves weren't as hard to pull as like the top hits from Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. I get that, right? But because they were so much lower printed, look, XY didn't get heavily printed till like Fates Collide, Steam Siege, and XY. Everything before that, very low printed, very low availability, almost impossible to find mint copies on the market to grade yourself. And the pop reports on a lot of those cards are like sub 300. I mean, a lot of the 10s are like 100, 200. Some are 50 and 60. Some are 10 and 12. Here, if you guys aren't familiar, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people aren't familiar with XY because, you know, a lot of people watching this didn't get in back then. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It'll blow your mind. Ready? All right. Let's look at Blastoise EX. All right. So if you look at the full art Blastoise from XY, ready for this? Ready for this? 18. There's 18 PSA 10s, 293 9s. Okay? The boxes are going for like $1,000 plus. Nobody's opening the box for $1,000. Okay? This is how low population they are. All right? You guys know I love the Silver Dialga, right? I mean, it's like it's one of my favorite cards in all of Pokemon. It's the only silver card ever made. Look at that. Silver Dialga. 53 10s, 389s. That's it. Whole population. The boxes are going for $2,000. Not a lot of them are getting opened anymore. Very hard to find mint copies on the market these days. All right. The Fates Collide. Let's see. Alakazam 125, I think it is. Yeah. Fates Alakazam. Check this out. So it is a higher population than its 9s, but look, 353 10s. Guys, Sword and Shield, we're used to like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8,000 pop reports and 10s. 353. You got the secret rare Gyarados from Breakpoint. Let's look at that. All right. All right. We got 679 10s, 1,100 9s. The Mewtwo's from Breakpoint. Breakthrough. Secret rare Mewtwo. 175 10s, only 475 or 495 9s. And then you have the other secret rare Mewtwo, the 163. I mean, these are beautiful cards. Look at these cards. And remember, again, like you said in the chat, you gotta be able to hold them. These are all textured. They look beautiful in person. They're all gold bordered. Here you go, 163 10s, 432 9s. And this is the theme all throughout XY. Like, if you look at some of those, here, let's look at XY 124. Some of those promos. Look at that card. I mean, that's not beautiful. Got a Jolteon, Electabuzz. It's got 54 10s and 400 9s, right? You got XY 123, right? You got the Venusaur. Man, it's really lagging. Got the Vileplume, the Scyther back there. Look at that card. 59 10s. All right. Let's look at the Blastoise. Oh, hold on. XY 122. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. These are such low in population. Oh yeah, by the way, the boxes these come in. These come in the XY red and green collection box for generations. They're like $250 boxes, and you get 4 generations packs, and that's it. And you get the promo. No one's opening those. 80, 486. I mean, no one's opening these. It's like these cards are going to continue to be amazingly scarce. Oh yeah, look at that Charizard too. Charizard. What is it? Charizard 100, 108. The secret rare, the blue Charizard from Flashfire. Okay. So this is the secret rare from Flashfire, the blue Charizard. 177 10s, 661 9s. The Charizard EX 100 from Flashfire, the full art. All right. The full art has 183 10s, 961 9s. So like we're talking about, these cards are absolutely gorgeous. They're textured. They look great in person. And the pop reports are all sub hundreds, sub thousands. Like I said, some of those are under like 18, 17 pop, like 50 pop. It's crazy how scarce those cards are. People just are missing it. I'm telling you. What do we have going? I'm going to end this pretty soon here, guys. Probably another 5-10 minutes. And then, like I said, I gotta get the house decorated with my wife. I'm sure you guys got a lot going on for the rest of this weekend before it ends too. So I will go ahead and get you guys out of here. I appreciate everyone showing up today. I get it. It's like an impromptu stream, middle of the day on Sunday. I just wanted to get something out. I knew this was going to be too long to throw in a video, I feel like. But I'll have a regular video coming tomorrow for you. And then again, that live box break is Wednesday night for Ultra Prism and Astral Radiance. So make sure to get in on that if you want to. Nostalgianomics.com. What do we got? What's everyone saying? Where am I at? I'm only 18 minutes back in the chat. That's not too bad. Mike, Alex made me so much money following him. Yeah, I received so much hate in other lives and was attacked and mocked. Sure glad. Hey guys, you're always look. The people who step out first, right? People who make up their own minds and have their own original thoughts and go against the grains. You're always going to be met with hate and slander and mocked. It's okay. Take it, right? The numbers, the gains, the performance, it'll all speak for itself. You don't need to defend yourself. The numbers defend yourself for you. So just if everyone's against it, let them be against it. And then guess what? They'll be the same people complaining saying, Pokemon's supposed to be a hobby for the players and the collectors and the kids. Everything's too expensive now. Oh, everything keeps going up in price. This isn't right. Pokemon needs to do something about this. And they're the same ones. They're the same ones mocking you, saying, "Ha! Hey, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin got reprinted. Everything's going to zero. Ha! Screw all you investors." It's such a weird space to be a part of. Imagine if everyone just encouraged everyone and supported everyone's different viewpoints, and everyone could be right at the same time. Imagine that. Imagine if everyone supported each other. What kind of different community this would be. I've been thinking about trainer gallery sets. Besides Crown Zenith, which set do you think the best trainer gallery? Brilliant Stars. I'm going to get into Astral Radiance for me. Brilliant Stars, man. I think Brilliant Stars. This is why I love about lives. I love being able to just live pull stuff up when people have questions. So here you go. This is why I like Brilliant Stars. Here's the trainer gallery. Umbreon VMAX, Sylveon VMAX, awesome cards. Sylveon V, Umbreon V, awesome cards. You got the Mimikyu VMAX and V. I mean, just great looking cards. This Reach Fuse is pretty cool. Ace Roll's Premonition, you got a little waifu action in there. You have where is it? You got those black and gold cards, which are pretty cool. But I think these are way undervalued. The Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and Eevee. These cards are great looking cards with the Gary or Blue, whatever you want to call them in there. Awesome cards. I really love Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. But yeah, Astral's pretty cool. That's why I wanted to break that box. I know a lot of people are wanting to chase that Starmie V card and some of the other Trainer Gallery cards is Garchomp V. Great looking cards. Love the legendary birds, right? The Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos. I mean, this is a great trainer gallery as well. I'm with you. The Ice Riders, right? You got Melanie in here. Black and gold, you got Gardevoir. The Alistair's pretty cool looking card. Great looking card. Is this also the one, or is that Brilliant Stars with Arcanine? I think it's maybe Brilliant Stars. But yeah, great looking cards. And then I would say probably Lost Origin up there as well. If I had to pick another one. Come on. The Lost Origins Trainer Gallery, you got the Pikachus. I mean, no words need to be said. Great. Pikachu Black and Gold, the Mew Black and Gold, some of the best Black and Gold cards. Nessa, you got the Pikachu, Sleeping Pikachu. The Charizard, right? You got the Charizard in this one. You got the Gengar, insanely popular Pokemon. You got the Snorlax, insanely popular Pokemon. And then again, you have the Arcanine. But yeah, this is Lost. So those are probably my top 3 trainer galleries are probably Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, and Astral Radiance. Let's see. I swear, Americans will never understand how it is shopping outside the U.S. Your average player. You know what? Hey guys, so I need to have a live with some people from different countries. I need to have someone from like the European, UK or England, somewhere in there. I need like a Japanese person. I need like a Australian person. I need people, because I always get this stuff in every live about how differently all the markets perform. I'd love to all just kind of get together on a live, like a 4-way live, and see how it is all across the country, and just see how different the markets are, how different they're performing, how the liquidity issues. Like, that's actually a really good point. Your average player, hey, maybe you can be one of the people, man. I want to have a bunch of people. I'm gonna try to set that up for the future, because I think it needs to be addressed, is how different the markets are across the world. Okay, Shad's argument. Getting back to what Shipley said earlier. So Shad's argument. The idea that the market will dump after TCG Player sale hinges on the airplane hangers of sealed product just saying LGS are getting destroyed right now on must-move product. Absolutely, man. Okay. Another one. Another agreeing with 2024 being bullish. 2025 super bullish. I love it. That's why I love you guys. That's why I love everyone that comes to these lives. It's a nice little oasis away from all the negativity out there in Pokemon, all the be fearful of Pokemon investments. Don't invest in Pokemon. The market's going to go to zero. It's just, oh man, it's just a breath of fresh air in here with you guys. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. I can't agree with that. I mean, I definitely have to agree with that. The Western governments do need to stop printing money. Absolutely. Everything is always so negative. You don't believe in it, don't buy it. It's pretty simple, isn't it? You'd think that's all you needs to be said, but Charizard UPC pick up at 80. I know I would pick Alt Arts up. It will be worth, just no one waits. Yep. Justin's in here. You going to be okay. Sell if you have to. I mean, Pokemon isn't going anywhere. In my opinion, losses will continue for a period of time. Maybe by then you get into the right price. All right, Justin. Alex, are you going to live with Wonder anytime soon? I got a topic for you guys. What's the topic, man? I've been on his channel. He's been on my channel. I mean, we still talk. We haven't planned on our live. I mean, I know he's really he's like really, I don't know the word, diligent about consistently finding good guests for his lives. I'm not as good at that. I need to reach out to more people and get lives going. I'm going to get better about that. So I need to get on his level of getting guests like he does. But yeah, I mean, we can do another one. I'm not opposed to it. Just like Warren Buffett said, Pokemon market is used for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. Absolutely. So true. It rings true in every market, doesn't it? Pokemon is strong even in downturns, such as 2020, 2021. However, there was tons of hype, money, and chaos. It may be bad for the foreseeable future, but it will go up, no doubt. I don't know, man. I think it's already been bad for a little bit. I don't think it's going to be bad for the foreseeable future. I'm not on board with you on that one, Justin. But again, I'm the eternal optimist. I'm sold. I'm not realistic in what I think. So, hey, what are you going to do? All right, man. Hey, appreciate you showing up, dude. Talk to you later. I got into Fusion Strike and went back to XY over the last year. All the full arts are amazing in hand, and compared to the SV era, they all feel fake now. Yeah, the XY quality of the cards are better than Scarlet and Violet for sure. They are much better card stock. I don't know why that is. Just like when you go back to like vintage, it's way different card stock. I mean, it just gets cheaper and cheaper, doesn't it? All right, guys. I think that was a successful live. As always, you know, I'll keep putting out the research I have. I'll still make those top videos, the top 5 buys or whatever. Anything I believe in, anything that I find. As always, do your due diligence for yourself. Make your own decisions. You know, I still stand behind everything I said on this channel. All right, I don't run from anything I got wrong, and I'll definitely take credit for things I got right, but I don't run from anything. Everything I said, I believe in. I did believe in when I put it out based on the research, the numbers, everything that I saw. And I'm going to continue to do that. And for the better, for worse, for right or wrong, we're going to see how things continue to go. But I'm happy, guys. I'm happy with where the channel's at. I'm happy with where the market is. I'm happy with the videos I've made and the advice I put out. You know, if I ever thought I was doing, you know, bad things for the community, I would 100% stop, and I'd reposition myself, and I'd transition, and I'd tell everyone. But I can't get over the fact that I still believe in this stuff. I still believe in the direction of the hobby, the Pokemon, and the investing. And so I'm gonna continue to stay the course, and I hope all of you stay the course with me. And other than that, guys, if you're finding the channel for the first time, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys in the box break on Wednesday. NostalgiaNomics.com. You can pick up Ultra Prism or Astral Radiance packs. You know, if you want to check out my TCG Player eBay store, if you're looking for any cards or graded cards or anything for your collection, I got a lot of those up. That's in the description below. Pokemon's description below. All the good stuff, guys. You know, support the channel. That's all I got. Hope to see you guys here Wednesday. And other than that, I will work on getting some good guests for some coming up lives, and I will get to work on some more content coming for next week. That's all I got. Happy Sunday. Enjoy the day, guys. I'm out.